Hi guys. This is just a little segment going over the adopt an element assignment. This is my lovely cat Darwin here that's hanging out behind me. So I'm going to go over some of that information for you guys. So on the adopt an element assignment, it should be in the last 2 pages of your packet. It has the assignment of what you're supposed to do. The first thing that it asks you to do is to complete an adopt an element information sheet. And if you look on the second page here in your packet, I know it's kind of hard for you to see, you're going to essentially fill in this information right here. So things such as the name, symbol, atomic number, atomic mass, protons, neutrons, and electrons. To give you a hint on what you need to do for that, protons and electrons are going to have the same number. Potentially, a lot of times neutrons are going to be the same too. So that will help you a little bit with that. The melting point, what that means is at what point does your element become a liquid? Because some elements are solid, some are liquid, some are gases at room temperatures. Boiling point, at what point does it turn into a gas? And then it asks you what the normal phase is for your element. What this means is your element a solid, a liquid, or a gas? So that's what you need to tell me basically. At room temperature, is your element a solid, a liquid, or a gas? For example, oxygen is a gas at room temperature, whereas something like lead is a solid at room temperature. And then you have things like mercury that are liquids at room temperature. So it just kind of depends. The other information that you're going to include, I guess Darwin got tired of my lecture here, that you're going to include are going to be the cost, whether it's a metal, a non-metal, or a metalloid, and then what family or group it's in. So you could say what group number or what the name of the group is based on what you've looked at in your textbook in chapter 9. If you can find the information, you'll also put the origin of the name. So where did the name come from? How did they discover this element? Some interesting or informational uses. So those are all bits of information that you could add in there as well. Now, if you do not have very much internet access, maybe you're limited in internet access, I will be forgiving in not being able to find all these. However, if you go to that ptable.com website, you should be able to find all of that information. And that was mentioned on the front page of your packet. So I know that sounds funny, but that's the website that has an interactive periodic table. If you click on it, it'll give you all of the information. I'm just going to show you an example. The other part is your advertisement. So you need to have one page that has your information and one page that has your advertisement for your element. So there should be 2 pages or 2 components. If you did it in Google Slides, you may have multiple. As long as you included all of this information, you're fine. If you did a Google Doc, you need one page that's your advertisement page and then one page that's going to be your information sheet. So let me show you an example that I have for this. And also it says here, like, the sheet should be written in black ink, etc. This part should be in color. It's okay if not, you can't follow all of those. So maybe you don't have a black ink pen at home, or maybe you don't have markers or colored pencils at home, so you're not able to add color. Just do the best you can with the resources you have available. We know that not everybody's going to have the same resources available to them. So if you look here, this is an example of one that I made. I did this in about, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes, so I did it pretty quickly. So I would appreciate if yours looked a little better than this, but this is essentially what I put up. So I have the element symbol, the element name, I have a slogan, the cost, the atomic mass, I have who made it, and then up here I have the atomic number. I added a picture because I picked the element helium, which is found in balloons. And then I just did it on the back side of the paper, or you could do it on a separate sheet of notebook paper. The information sheet. So all of that information I asked for, I filled in on the back. Now, the one thing I ask is that you don't all go and do the element helium, since I gave you an example.